Hello, welcome back to another episode of Two Dudes Drinking Beer. My name is Josh. Sorry, I'm because I see both bars going and I'm like, why? That's a new update.
Is it muted or?
Yeah, this one is. It's the mic camera audio. But
That's useless. My name's Alec.
Yeah, it's never shown that before. It's a new update, I guess. That threw me off.
Fantastic.
It's the last day of February for this year.
Yeah.
Don't know when the next leap year is. It's coming up, though. Probably.
It's probably coming soon.
Today's 2DBFFOTD, the fun fact of the day, the bean out of the butthole.
The butthole.
Is that dragonflies have 6 legs, but they can't walk. Which makes sense, because you never
They just land.
see them moving on the ground. Never would have thought of that.
Well, sucks to be a dragonfly. Well,
Yeah.
they're called dragonflies, not dragon walks, I guess, so.
Yeah, but flies can walk.
Yeah, you're right.
And they just fly, mainly.
Maybe we should switch the terminology around a little bit.
Maybe. Today, we are drinking Dig My Earth.
Which is like kind of almost sounding inappropriate. It's kind of like saying suck my dick. I feel like that's kind of as close as you could say as to suck my dick.
It's got a really cool fox.
Double
It's
IPA.
getting dissected. It's a double IPA with barley, raw spelt, raw oats,
Brewer West.
Amarillo, Simcoe,
Amarillo.
and Oreca hops.
I like the puppy paw. It's a fucking
8%.
caught that. Yeah, this can be fucking
Oh, that is a dog. Or I think it's
Dog paw.
paw pads. Interesting. Yeah.
They did it upside down though. It makes sense the other way, but whatever.
I don't think their intention was. I mean, I can't speak for them.
Oops, we made a fox pad on a fox beer.
Yeah.
Citrusy.
Smells formidable. It's pretty clear.
Mine's hazy as fuck, boy. Look.
Well, that's what I.
Look at mine.
That's what I mean. It's like it's light.
Look. Let's,
No, I know it's a hazy beer, but it's like it's a light. It's like a light yellow.
yeah, it's like here. It's like a lemonade. Cheers.
It's like not carbonated at all.
Super light carbonation.
Tastes like lemonade too, kind
Yeah.
of. That's weird.
First impressions, not a huge fan.
No. It's almost tropically.
It is citrusy and tropically, but it's like a watered down pineapple kind of flavor,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like really like
Yeah.
not great. Not a huge fan. I'll finish it because I had my my teeth cleaned and I'm looking for some flavors other than
Other than meat.
yeah. But not a huge fan. It kind of tastes like this picture looks actually.
A bisected fox.
Yeah, now imagine licking the fox like right on the dissection. Like just your tongue touches all that meat. That's what I think it's like like weirdly juicy
It is juicy.
and like pineapple-y. Like right?
Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful label. Not the most beautiful drink.
Yeah. Really, really big fan of the artwork. Drink subpar.
Yeah. Got to work on that. Yeah, we missed last week because I went to Vegas on last minute notice.
How was that?
I lost $500 and one of my friends sold his car.
That's an awesome story.
So, I mean, I had a good time. I haven't been to Vegas since I was like a child, so I actually got to participate in things.
And the
that are-
adult stuff.
Yeah, the things you do in Vegas. So, gambled all my money, got high, ate at Dick's.
Ate some dicks? Nice.
Hell yeah, brother.
What's your go-to gambling game? Or was it just slots?
Slot machines.
Slot machines?
As far as like table games, played some roulette and virtual blackjack because I'm not doing that shit in front of real people.
I like virtual blackjack and
Virtual roulette's pretty dope too.
yeah, virtual games are pretty cool. I'm a huge fan of card games, but like casinos are different levels. Like people are there like
It's fucking stressful.
it's so stressful.
There's like no time to think about like what you want to do because you have all the people behind you who
Waiting for your fucking seat.
yeah.
And yeah, I always feel like they're gonna be like, "Can you leave?" And yeah, I mean, they just don't have like poker games to where it's like you just sit down and play poker. I want to like something casual and fun, and it's very much like you're not doing it right. Like, and they'll just be like, "Hey, you did it wrong. Do it like this, or you have to leave the table." I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I get it, but
It's definitely an intimidating thing.
yeah, higher stakes for sure.
But if you're at like just a little machine by yourself, pushing buttons like a little monkey, and then
Did you
no worries.
Did you ever play digital poker at like a bar, and it was like as long as you have money in the slot, you get free drinks? No, none of that.
No. I didn't get any drinks from people. Mainly because they'd come by and ask, and I said no.
Really?
Yeah.
Everyone always just told me like make sure you tip like at least $1, because then they'll come back and like give you more drinks. And the first time I got a drink, I didn't tip, and the rest of the time I was there, no one gave me a fucking drink. It was like if you wanted a drink, you had to wait. All of a sudden,
Also, like the fucking drinks they give you are like that big.
yeah. And the way they do like mixed drinks is all watered down. So like I had a strict policy of like if I'm drinking beer, because I know like they're not tampering with the beer.
I can't. It's a regulated thing.
Yeah. So I just stuck to beer and tried my hand at all the slots, and more or less like all the slots are the same. Like you just gotta find
Yeah.
slots that you like.
Yeah. Some of them have like different like values for like bets.
Yeah.
They can be like penny slots, but like some of them will be like, okay, you play 88 cents at a time. Some of them you play
Yeah.
$1.25 at a time.
Yeah.
And it's like some of them vary, but like the ones that have like the 5 columns and they're all just like random fucking pictures.
Those are confusing, but like here's what fucks me up. Here's what like legitimately bugs me with that is like those are confusing, but it'll be like you win, and it has like the video of all the coins falling and everything.
And you win like $10.
And you win like $10, but like most of the time when you win, because you win basically every hand, right? It'll be like, oh, these 5 are on the screen, you win. It'll be like you win, and it's like you won 10 cents.
Yeah.
And then in order to roll again, you're like, oh, I won? Hit it. And then it's like, cling, you win 5 cents. And then every time you roll, it's like you said, 50 cents to 88 cents to $1. And it's like every time you win, it's like, you fucking are a big winner.
I was playing some that were $8 for max bet spins.
Really?
Yeah. It was that's how I lost $400 in a day.
You lost all your money in a day?
Yeah.
I was able to at least spread it out, man.
Well, I lost it on the second day. So
Did you play roulette in real life or just all video? You didn't play
Both.
any table games?
Yeah, I played roulette.
How
on
did
the
it go
table.
on the table versus on the video game?
I was that asshole. I kept betting on double zeros.
If you were at the table, dude, I told you the second day I played roulette.
My friend was at one, and they hit 0-0 3 times in a row.
Same. They hit 0-0, 0, and then 0-0 again. And I was like, I lost $100 in 3 spins because that's the thing, right? It's like, because there's only one 0-0, if it hits, everyone loses.
Yeah.
Insane.
It also pays like 13 to 1.
I think it pays more than that.
It's like it's something. It's
when
crazy.
I hit yeah, let's look it up. When I hit one of my numbers, it was like 15 or whatever. The dude said it paid out like 32 to 1. So I walked away. That's how I made your money, and then I lost it the next hand, and I walked away with an extra $17 or whatever it is I gave you.
So I mean, a single number pays 35 to 1.
Yeah.
So like if you put it on a 1,
And I hit 15 when I did it, and I had like 2 chips down. I think I probably put like $5 or $10 on each number, and then I put a fat stack on black or a fat stack on red as insurance, and I hit 15, and then I hit black. So I got paid the stack that I had on black, and then I got paid out 35 to 1. And then I did it again. I moved the black over to red, and then it hit black again, so I lost that, and then I lost all the chips on the board, and I was like, that's all the money I just won, Josh. Like, so that's when I walked away.
Mm-hmm.
But everyone was like, you should keep going. And I was like, fucking no, dude. Like,
it's good to, like, if you're playing roulette, like, the only way you can the smartest way to win is pick red or black, and let's say it's a $25 minimum. Put in $50, put half of it red and black. You win, it's a 50-50. Pick another one. Mm-hmm. Fucking do the other one.
And that's what I was doing. That's in my head, I was like, the guy kind of walked me through it, and I was like, that sounds like a really good insurance policy, right? So like, if I bet, my plan was, if I'm putting chips down on numbers, I'll put them on all the red numbers and then bet black. You gotta just hedge your bet, right? If you're putting it on mostly black numbers, then put a stack on red. That way, if it hits red, whatever you put down losing on those numbers, you gain back 100%, unless you hit 00 or 0. So you 100% go all red. Put a stack on black. Like say you got 10 chips, they're all worth $1. Mm-hmm. Put $10 in black, and then put $10 on red, and then put $10 on black, and then see what I'm saying? That was my strategy, and it worked for a little bit, and then I lost it because I moved my insurance policy over, and then I just put it on numbers that I wanted, and then we hit 000, and I lost everything. And all that extra, like, 2-to-1 or whatever the shit. Like, I know the in-between stuff is cool, but, like, you might as well bet on the number because it's going to either land on the number or not, you know?
Yeah, but that's hard. If you can do, like, these 4 at a times, or, like, the fucking bet this row.
But they don't pay as much.
No, but if you bet, like, this quadrant, you're getting double.
Yeah.
So if you bet 25, you're going to get 50 rather than 25 back.
I see. I had a strategy. I was just like...
Everyone's got a strategy.
Yeah, everyone's got a strategy. At the end of the day, it's all fucking random. There's nothing you could do to make it better. But that was my plan. And for the first, like, dude, I hit every single time. I was up like, you gave me $100. I had $300 at one time. And then I lost it all.
Yeah.
So I should have fucking walked away.
Well, that's how it goes. Especially like, I would trust real blackjack over video blackjack because RNG is crazy like that.
Oh, I don't trust those video games at all.
Video blackjack's a bitch and a half.
I don't trust those at all.
Because I was playing some, and every time I got like a 17 or like a 16, and you stay because like. Statistically, it's safe.
I don't trust any of that shit.
Every single time I got like a 16 or 17 is like always one higher or a 20.
Yeah. I don't trust that. And that's the thing for me is like, I don't trust those video games at all, dude. And you put real money into it. Like I actually have World Series of Poker on my phone because I want to get a poker night going or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like that sometimes where it's like bet this extra, it's not real money. It's just, chips in the game. But it's like bet like $1 million on this one hand. And I'm like, I've got $1 million like in chips. Like I'm not going to put it on a pair of, kings or whatever. And then you see someone flip and it's like they have a pair of sixes. And it's like, you guys are fucking crazy. Like you guys are like toxic, crazy ass people who are playing. Like don't fuck up the classiness of this game because you're trying to like, win at a game that actually doesn't have any monetary value. And second, like the RNG is just insane to where like you could lose to someone with a pair of sixes and like have a straight, you know what I'm saying, on that last hand. Or like you'll have a straight and then someone just has 4 of a kind. I've seen more 4 of a kinds than I ever have in my life playing this game based around cards than I have ever seen in real life. I've never seen a 4 of a kind in real life. I've seen it 3 times on this game. And it's like, it's probably like weighted somehow to where it's like a little more common.
How many decks does the game play?
No idea. But that shouldn't matter. The odds should stay the same.
Well, I mean, if they're playing with like 6 decks, then 52 times 6, there's still a pretty good chance that.
It's like alcohol by volume. If you pour a glass of beer that has 4% alcohol into another glass of 4% alcohol
like
beer,
this like,
it doesn't become 8%.
This like quadruples it though. But however many like extra decks you put in, like probability wise, it's not likely to happen. But statistically, everybody could get the same hand. 4 of a kind.
Yeah.
Just depends on how many decks you have.
Dude, could you imagine? You're right. Probability wise,
Not gonna happen.
not gonna happen.
But statistically, it's possible.
But statistically, it has.
Yeah.
And if not, it will.
Yeah. It could.
That's a crazy.
It could happen. Everybody could get the exact same numbers.
Not the same numbers.
They could. Yeah.
For a 4 of a kind? Oh, if you play with like 6 decks, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like they do in real
but I'm
games.
saying, like, if we just even use one deck.
One deck, no.
There's 4 people, right? So
but everybody could get a 4
So
of a kind.
everyone could still get a 4 of a kind. It's just like the fucking chances of that happening.
Well, no. Because
Yeah.
you need the 2 there. And so only...
No. So you could... everyone shares the middle
Right.
cards. So if there's 3 kings in the middle, no. If there's a king in the middle, oh, fuck, how would that happen? We'd all have to have,
You need more than one deck.
yeah. If we had one deck, I could end up with all the 2s, you could end up with all the 3s, all the 4s, and all the 5s. And that's pretty good if they get laid out.
Yeah.
So it would just be 2, 3. Yeah, I mean, we have 2 cards. So no.
But theoretically, in a real table game, playing with like 5 decks, however they do it.
I trust the decks. And here's the thing, I still don't even trust the way the decks get shuffled when I was playing like 3 card.
Table wash.
No. They do that shit and then they put it in this little thing that goes under the table, and I'm like, there's a fucking camera in there. Like going it knows exactly what cards are where, dude.
I don't think it does.
There's no doubt in my mind there's a camera under those tables.
That's your paranoia.
There's no doubt in my mind there's a camera under those tables being like, this card, this card, this card, this card, this card, this card, etc., etc., etc.
Meanwhile, I'm there. $8. $8. $8.
Yeah, that's not how you're supposed to do it.
That's how I did it.
Fucking big money, dude.
But it's okay because it was my tax return. Part of it. So I really didn't lose any money.
I still do my tax return, Dan.
Do it. Dude, it's free money.
It's free real estate.
Pretty much. Just wasting time at that point.
Well, I've been wrapped up a lot, as you know. I got a new job, Josh.
Tell the people. Look at them when you address them.
I got a new job, guys. And it's doing the same thing that I do now. Kind of. It's a little more technical. But between going back and forth to the new job, and I actually have this mechanic I'm in odds with right now. I just haven't had time to really get my taxes done. I mean, I made time today to get my teeth cleaned because that's a necessity for me. I got fucking super paranoid when like a piece of like plaque broke loose when I was eating, and I was like, that's not good. But my teeth are good. Dennis says teeth are great. And yeah, so I just wanted to say I got a new job, and there may be a possibility that the podcast won't survive it. And I don't want to end the podcast. Obviously, that's not my goal. I love doing this podcast, and I'd still love to do it whenever we get the opportunity. But we're going to have to wait and see kind of how my schedule plays out, or if we can move stuff around in order to accommodate. Because the chances are I will also... Because the chances are I will also likely be moving. And it won't be too far away. But Hopefully it'll be closer to Camarillo, Ventura area. But as of right now, it's just not looking like a great outcome for the podcast. So I'm not saying this is goodbye. I'm just saying that
It's going to be a while.
we might hit like a wall or a hiatus or something, but we'll figure it out. I have no intention of stopping the podcast. It's just I have life and bills and a great opportunity at my feet right now to turn down. So that is that. And also, this shit is expensive. I was doing the math of like, how much do you think we spend on like beer every week?
Like $20 a show.
$20 a show. So like, yeah, average, and then times 4 is gonna be.
Well, it's $40 each. Oh, a month.
Yeah. So I mean, like, obviously we're splitting it, but like, just to keep the math easy in my head, from what I remember, it was like, yeah, I'll just get my calculator. So it's gonna be $80 a month times 12 months. It's about we just pipe it in, like, in total it's about $1,000. Oh, divide by two. So it's each costing us about $500
$500 a year.
to run the show. On top of
Assuming
the
we do it every week.
yeah, on top of the initial investment of the microphones and gear and just.
But even if the show ends, I'm still gonna like use this shit.
No, totally. I mean, as you should. But like I said, even if the show does end, I don't want it to be like the end. I do imagine it will be back. Just it'll be
It'll be a while.
yeah, it'll be a while. It'll be what's it called when they cancel a show when they
Rebooted.
yeah, it'll be rebooted. Like, of that, in my mind, I have no doubt. When, I can't tell you. It's everything's super early, but the job is official now. Yeah, so I'll wait for that, for the applause. The job is official now. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. Yeah, it's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun, you guys. Again, I said it like I'm dying. Yeah.
Who needs a soundboard? You got Josh.
I know, right? It's honestly faster. I'd sit there being like, which one was it? It was one of these. But yeah, that's just a little heads up on what's to come, and just so you guys know, I've been having a lot of shit go on in my life, and it's growing pains for sure. I mean, I definitely feel like this is a step I need to take in my career, just as a professional and as an adult, and we'll all come out on the other side a little bit stronger and wiser. So, that's it. I mean, to one person listening right now, thanks for being live. But
assuming that Russia doesn't blow up the world first.
yeah, and that's obviously the priority, right? Like, let's not get nuked by hostile. Like, how crazy would it be if Russia was like, "I'm taking Ukraine." Also, hey, California, fuck you. They just nuke us. Like, where do you think Russia would nuke the United States first?
DC.
So we're good.
Get rid of the government first.
So we're good. We're fucking chilling, bro.
And then probably big military bases.
Here's the crazy thing, right? Like, just imagine dragons.
Okay.
Now what? So imagine Russia launches one nuke into America. What does America do?
Deflect it or like blow it up in the air or something.
You don't think it'll just immediately send one back? I mean, obviously it's gonna try to like blow it up in the air.
I think they would do countermeasures first before retaliation.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it'd be countermeasures, retaliation. But it'd be retaliation, but it'd be like Russia sends one at us, we shoot it out, and then we send one at Russia through like Britain.
It's not like that fucking tanks game where like worms.
It's not?
No. Okay, this worm gets its turn. It jumps forward and throws a grenade. It's that worm's turn now. It jumps forward and shoots a rocket.
So
There's no turns.
launches a nuke.
There's no turns.
It's not a turn-based game.
No. It happens in real time.
That's fucked up.
But it's
Although I do love real-time strategy games.
Oh, yeah, you do.
I'm pretty kick-ass at them. I'm actually so good at Warcraft now.
Apply for the military.
Fuck that.
Apply for like a general position.
They should come to me.
You go in there, you kill the existing one.
Bet he didn't see that coming. I'm ready for that at any moment.
And then just apply the next
Could you
day.
imagine?
I applied on Indeed. You guys got my resume.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. No, the military. Look, I actually when I opened my computer, I had the Art of War open. I started reading it again last night.
Oh, here we go.
And shut up.
What did Mr. Sun tell you?
Mr. Sun. It's so funny because every chapter starts with Sun Tzu said.
And who wrote this book?
Sun Tzu.
Oh, okay. He's just referring to himself in the third person.
It's written by someone else, but I'll read you.
It's like Plato's stories that are
Yeah.
said by Socrates.
Sun Tzu said, "Look, every chapter starts like that."
In the practical art of war, the best thing of all.
Can I read it? Can I read it? I want to read it because this is this is how far I got last night, and I was like, chapter 1 and 2 is basically like if you can avoid war, do it, and then chapter 3 is just like this. If you have to do war, this is how you should do it.
Do it quick, do it fast, and do it hard and raw.
Even better.
Because Russia's going to run out of money.
It said the exact same thing. So basically what we're left is we're going to have a poor country with nothing but nukes left. So that's the reality. And chapter 3 says, attack by stratagem. Sun Tzu said, in a particular art of war, the best thing to do is take an enemy's country whole and intact. To shatter it or destroy it is not so good. So too it is better to capture an army entirely than to destroy it. To capture or regiment it. A detachment or a company entire than to destroy it. So what he's saying is like, if Putin's out here bombing Ukraine, and his idea is to capture Ukraine, he's now going to go in there and have to rebuild Ukraine.
It costs money.
It's going to cost money. It's going to cost time. It's going to cost everything, and it's going to come out of his regime's pocket now. Whereas, if he went there diplomatically, he could be like, "Yo, like, y'all like McDonald's? Like, let's go to McDonald's and an embassy and this and that," and then like just basically being like, "Hey, we like Russia. They do good business with us, and everyone's kind of a winner. Sure, we can give you more deals or whatever, you know, like basically chapters 1 and 2 being like, if you can avoid war, do it through diplomatic means. Like this book written a really long time ago is like, yeah, war's bad. Like, don't do war. Like, don't do it.
Yes.
Hence to fight and conquer in all your battles is not supreme. Supreme excellence consists in breaking down the enemy's resistance without fighting. Thus, the highest form of generalship is to bulk the enemy's plans. The next best is to prevent the junction of the enemy's forces, and the worst policy of all is to besiege walled cities. Which is what Russia's...
Cities don't really have walls anymore, though.
It just means to attack.
I know.
But like...
it's saying a fortified defense.
Yeah, which they are.
Because cities back in the day had walls.
Sure.
And you'd have to fucking ram down the door. They drop hot oil on you and set you on fire.
The tactics and weapons have changed. The laws do not. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, laws change.
Okay. At the end of the day, the principles of this still remain insightful.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of relevant.
The rule is to not besiege walled cities if it can possibly be avoided. The preparation of mantlets, movable shelters, and various implements of war will take up 3 whole months, and the piling of mounds over against the wall will take 3 more months.
Mantlets?
It basically means...
it's a portmanteau of man and midget.
That's not it. How'd you spell it?
Manlet.
Yep. Man,
Internet slang.
in here, yeah, I wouldn't trust that. I just
Referring to men of short stature.
a bulletproof screen for a soldier.
This one's better.
I couldn't imagine Russia attacking Hezbollah with an army of Hezbollahs.
You don't like manlets?
I'm into it. I'd watch that on Pornhub.
Of course you would.
A manlet. Dude, what is that?
72% of U.S. females are under 5'6", 90% are under 5'8", 80% of U.S. males are under 6 foot. Guys 5'10" and under can look rip in an incredibly short amount of time, less than 2 years. 145 pounds, less than 10% body fat, uneasily attainable after 1.5 years. Which one do girls prefer? 5'10" to 5'6". Enjoy easy gains and people mirroring everywhere after only a year or two of solid lifting and diet. 6'5" to 6'1", gear, DYL mode, pick one. 6'3" master race reporting in. Also, 4-inch penis master race. Guys, lay off our height. It's the only thing we have going for us genetically. Now everyone shut the fuck up about height and get back to lifting because we're all going to make it. In fact, 90% of people 6 foot plus are DYEL tier without gear. And they have to brag about is a couple inches of height over the average male.
Aren't you glad I started reading that so we could go off on that tangent?
You're welcome.
That's hilarious. I also just read that as omelet. What's that say? Come on, do math.
High test, manlet alpha, low test, linklet beta.
I would have never, in 1,000 years, imagined this to be
that's impossible to read.
the scenario.
Oh, we got a Wojak.
Is that what the meme's called?
Kinda. A little bit. Why is everyone so tall here? Damn, that's funny. So I don't know they had the term manlet back then in ancient China.
Well, it meant body armor.
Look at that fucking etymology.
And this was translated from German to English.
So from Chinese to German to English?
Yeah.
Look at that fucking etymology there.
Yeah. Etymology.
Nope.
The last thing I'll read is number 8 in chapter 3. It is the rule in war. If our forces are 10 times the enemy's 1, to surround him. If 5 to 1, attack him. If twice as numerous, to divide the army into 2. So, when you look at military force as strong as Russia versus Ukraine,
It's 2-1 right now.
it's 2-1 right now. They fucked up on this formula. Granted, like this isn't like the Holy Bible. Like this isn't not obviously going to make everything obviously true and or happen.
I don't know. I think Sun fucking knew it.
Sun Tzu knew it though. Sun Tzu knew it though. So he should have probably tried to do better to split it up, unless there is a different tactic, which is where I think like how far is like China involved or other countries involved, and like what are they like doing? Like, you know, is this a red herring, if you will?
Shout out to the Ghost of Kiev.
Shout out to the Ghost of Kiev and the soldiers who were like, "Hey, Russia, go fuck yourself."
But that's like super cool to be like just one dude in a plane shooting down like
I think
9.
5 kills is an ace, right?
Something like that. That's like fucking Top Gun level right there.
Yeah.
They're
Well,
good.
how many dogfights do you have to win? How many planes did you shoot down to be ace? How many planes?
Sure. You're still in fucking caps lock.
And you know what's so funny is you say that's Top Gun shit, but like I just watched Top Gun not too long ago. That movie is about training to be a fighter pilot. It has they never once shoot down an enemy. It's all about like going off to the military. It's never about being Top Gun.
The movie's a fraud.
It's about being the best at training for Top Gun.
That movie's a fucking fraud.
No, you just remembered it wrong.
I never saw it.
There you go. How many pilots? An ace pilot, also known as flying ace, is a military pilot who shoots down 5 or more enemy combatants. So the Ghost of Kiev.
I'd rather be called that than a fucking an ace pilot. TBH.
Oh, the Ghost of Kiev?
Yeah, that's a way cooler title. Hope that guy stays safe. Guy or gal, I don't know.
Is he real?
Could be propaganda.
Yeah, it could be.
I don't think anyone's fact checked it. They just saw it and was like, "That's fucking cool."
Sure. Although everything I have personally fact checked did check out.
Oh yeah.
Everything else I've fact checked, like between like those Russians being like, "Fuck you, Russia," like you will not take this island.
The Snake Island.
Yeah, like and then them just getting like bombed to death. Like that was 100% real.
Yeah.
Like
yep, that was.
So everything I've done, and then like it's showing like all these crazy videos of like
the guy pulling up to a broken down APC.
Yeah, and they're like, "Can you give us a gas? Like, can you give us gas or tow back to Russia?" He goes, "Fuck you guys! No one's on your team." Literally, watch. Fuck off. What do you say to the news? No one's on your no one's. Everything's on our side. We are winning. It's crazy, dude. But like, one of my coworkers was like, "Yeah, I saw a little girl riding a bike, and a fucking missile just hits her, like in the middle of the street. And then there's the other guy like driving the car, the old man, and a APV like swerves and like runs him over, and he survived. Like what the fuck, dude?
No, this shit's super real. But I mean, I really don't give a fuck until
it's just where did it come from? Like
Russia's always wanted Ukraine. It's kind of like
when they annexed Crimea, that was their first move.
Yeah, it's kind of like a China and Taiwan thing.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's been a long time coming, but like, it is one of those things where it's like, what does it do for you strategically?
Oh, and an Israel-Pakistan thing.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything for you strategically. It's 100%.
No, but it's my land.
Yeah, it's 100% war for war. Like, there's no real reason. And there's a huge pipeline being built in Germany.
Give it back.
There's a huge pipeline being built in Germany to feed Russia oil. They're like, we're canceling this. Like, you're not getting this anymore. Like, we'll take this oil somewhere else.
Yeah.
And it's like, is the Ghost of Kiev still alive? Although not confirmed to be real, the Ghost of Kiev has been created as a moral booster for the Ukrainians. There you go.
God damn it.
There you go. This article may be affected by the following current event: 2022 Russian invasion of Ukraine. So the Ghost of Kiev might be the first fake reporting I've seen on this now.
Likely turn out to be an urban legend. Damn.
And you know, that was the one cool thing.
That was the coolest fucking thing. Ukrainian fighter pilot credited with shooting down 10 jets on day 1. An unverified claim. With an unknown identity.
It seems likely that the Ghost of Kiev is just an urban legend, an amalgamation of different stories and individuals spreading stories for moral boosting.
It kind of makes sense because, like, no one can be that good of, like, a pilot to single-handedly avoid
1 out of 9
getting shot down by 10 other
in 2 days.
One day.
One day. I don't know, man.
Avoiding 10 adversaries in the sky.
Airplanes are super high tech now. I think there's plenty of armor and shit to where it's like even if you hit 2. I mean, ace is considered 5.
How many people are ace pilots?
That's good. Do you want to know in general, like American history, or?
Yes.
Okay.
In the U.S. military, how many ace pilots are there? I'm going to say 7.
Before I read this fact, I remember thinking the same thing, like people being like, our Navy is huge, and then finding out we have like 3 submarines and an aircraft carrier. And being like, no way, like a fleet is gigantic. And it's really just like one aircraft. Like, we have like 2 aircraft or 3 aircraft carriers tops. I get it. They cost like $1 trillion.
We have a good amount of destroyers, though.
But yeah, but like, that's not what the fleet is. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, the strongest ones are like aircraft carriers and like submarines. Those are the ones you want and need.
Yeah.
And they're like, we have the strongest naval presence since Britain, ran the ocean.
We have like the strongest ground force, but even then, it's like never really been put to full use.
Well, we have, yeah. We're the only one capable of putting boots on the ground anywhere in the world, is what I understand, which makes sense.
But even then, like, no one's gotten our full military wrath.
Lists of aces, Wikipedia. So let me just take this sip.
Yeah.
No one's gotten our full wrath.
No, because everything's been overseas. Like, we've never had, besides like the Civil War and whatnot,
Yeah.
there hasn't been a war on our soil where like our full military strength can be utilized.
Okay, so it is a pretty short list. Not like a short list, but there's World War I, World War II, and then...
You can pull from the past, doesn't matter.
Okay.
But specifically, US.
Submarine aces? That's badass. That's way cooler. In water?
It's probably way harder to dodge a torpedo than
That's what I'm
a
saying.
fucking heat-seeking missile.
Tank aces.
That's probably fucking way harder than a submarine.
Yeah, it is a really short list. So apparently to be an ace is a super, and there's a lot of Nazis on this list. I don't want to upset anybody, but there's a lot of Nazis on this list.
Well, if people are just clustered together, it's easy.
Yeah.
A lot of French people too.
A lot of French in World War One. Let's name some of them. Adelphi Pergoud. I'm going to butcher some of these names.
Shouts out to you.
Jean Navarre.
Shouts out to you.
Gorgas.
John Gorgas?
Gorgas Guynemer.
What the fuck? Change your name, homie.
Charles Nungesser.
Change your name, homie.
Renee Funk.
Shouts out to you.
Max Immeller. Oswald Bolek.
I like your name.
I'm going to zoom in. Eric Lookward. Lauren Hart. Ernest Utst. That's not as a German guy, actually. Manfred von Reichtenhoff.
This guy's from Canada.
Raymond
Coleslaw.
Coleslaw. I was going to say the same thing. Frederick Libby.
Look at us making fun of fucking war heroes.
Billy Bishop. Remember, some of these guys are German.
World War I wasn't bad Germany.
Raoul Lufbery. Yeah, it's about to take a turn.
Well, yeah.
In like 6 names.
World War II was bad Germany. World War I was just misunderstood Germany.
Frank Lehman, David E. Putnam, Frank Luke, love it. Eddie Reichenbacher, Indra Leroy. Shout out to India.
That's the British Empire.
We'll just skip over the Nazis. How's that?
Sure.
I'm not gonna read a Nazi's name. Pat Patel, Sailor Milan, George Burling,
Canada.
James Edgar,
UK.
Richard Bong,
US. You can read that one.
Ivan Kozbud,
Soviet Union.
William R. Dunn, Joe Foss, James Jabara, George A. Davis, Royal N. Baker,
These are from the Korean War.
Joseph C. McConnell,
Muhammad
Muhammad Alam,
Pakistan.
Randy H. Cunningham. I don't know which ones were like in the Vietnam War. I guess I shouldn't be reading American names in the Vietnam War, seeing as we were the antagonists and bad guys in that, right? This is
ace.
Russia's Vietnam.
Well, what's it say? First
American ace of the Vietnam War.
props, you got first something.
So he shot down 5 Vietnam fighters.
What's the most recent one?
The most recent one?
Yeah.
It's probably gonna be like one of the tanks or the submarines. Damn! That dude put numbers on the board.
That Nazi went hard.
That dude put numbers on the board.
168 tanks destroyed.
Oh my god!
Read his name. That's a fucking shout out.
You can read it. I'm not gonna read a Nazi's name, but that is
Kurt Knipsel.
damn.
Shouts out to you.
That is
160 tanks plus.
That
destroyed.
dude's in the lead.
What the fuck?
He's not going to be dethroned anytime soon.
I wonder how he did it.
The fact that there's 168 tanks to destroy in a war blows my mind. How he did it?
Yeah, like...
Do you think he was like in the tank or a tank commander? He had to be like a...
He's not like main gunner.
He had to be something important.
Like tank driver.
Pilot or something? He had to be.
Because, I mean, if you're in a tank yourself, you're a pretty fucking big target.
But you don't get the achievement of ace if you don't fly the plane. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like you had to be the main guy. You had to be the main guy.
And those aren't just confirmed kills. That's tanks destroyed.
Tanks destroyed.
So like,
how many people can fit in a tank?
Like 4. Even then, it's still not kills. It's total numbers of vehicles destroyed.
I get it, but still, I imagine like 2 tanks rolling up. I imagine like dogfights, like. Yeah, a very rock paper scissors moment of like, did we hit them? Keep going.
Yes, put another shell in.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Those Nazis know how to kill tanks, man.
Yeah.
Oh, get those numbers up, America. 12 tanks. Lafayette G. Poole.
From World War II.
Yeah, those are the most. It's Submarine Hunters. That's a cool ass name. John Walker, United Kingdom, World War II, sank more than 12 U-boats confirmed during the Battle of the Atlantic, more than any other British or Allied commander. So, a lot of these are really old. But I mean, to be fair, like that just means that like, even though war's been going on, like it's not like ISIS has like fighter jets we could shoot down. You know what I'm saying? So it does make sense that for a long time.
Yeah, they had to steal our planes.
Yeah, it does make sense for a long time. These names haven't
been updated
because there hasn't been a war where the same amount of
well-equippedness.
Yeah, it's basically all the bullies, bullying little territories right now, which is,
And now it's true modern warfare.
It's about to be.
Well, it is.
What do you mean?
Like,
I mean, every war is modern warfare.
But like, basically not. It's not us in a third world country.
We are in a third world. We're defending third world countries.
Ukraine and Russia are first world countries, bro.
No, we're not defending Ukraine.
I know, but I'm saying like that conflict is modern war.
Yeah,
2 fully well equipped
civilizations.
It is. It's going.
So Poland, Belarus, Romania, Hungary, Slovakia, and I think that's Moldova.
Barry's border points.
I can't read that one. But yeah, I couldn't imagine Russia taking over a country and having all this territory, right? Like being neighbors to Poland. And they said they said they're doing this to avoid having democratic borders with NATO countries. All of these are NATO countries, NATO allies. This is the border we're defending right now. If it spills over here, United States is like, we're fucking going to war, dude. You hurt our territory. But they're not stepping into Ukraine, but they did sell a bunch of shit to Ukraine, and I think they're sending out a few more 1,000 soldiers for this area. Anyway, not only do they have like American troops here, but like all of these people are about to be super pissed off. So it's like
Europe can't catch a break.
No, dude. And here's you know why?
Every 50 years.
You want to know why? I've actually figured it out.
He's cracked the code.
I figured it out. Because we're done with war.
Well, yeah, North America is just 3 countries.
There is no. We took all this shit from Mexico. France took all this from. I don't know. All this territory was sought from Spain, France, and Germany. In the English, UK. UK took all this. France took all this. Spain took all this, and we just kind of went east to south, and now that's what it is. Like, and then you look at any country that is in Europe. If this goes back, I'm just gonna type in Europe then.
Europe. It's just a bunch of small shit.
And it's like until someone realistically until someone does the whole manifest destiny across all those borders.
Yeah, but the time period for that is past.
100%.
Because imperialism's way dead.
So, Jesus Christ.
Go to images.
I know, huh?
And right click.
I am on images.
Right click, open a new tab.
Shit. Nope.
Open image, a new tab.
Open image. Open image, new tab. Bonk. Nailed it. So, like, literally, until all of this is one country.
He's pointing out Europe.
I'm pointing out Europe. Until Italy, France, Spain, Germany, Austria, Switzerland, until all that land.
That's an old ass map.
Okay, well, generally speaking.
But yes.
Until all this color is the same country, this will always be up for grabs. Because it's always going to be this big guy versus this little guy. Big fucks small.
Not always. What? Didn't the Australians fight a war against birds and lose?
They just have rats and spiders and shit and kangaroos to worry about. Do they really? But that's exactly why Europe has formed the European Union. The Emu War? Are you fucking kidding me? Today on Emu Wars.
See the aftermath. Despite problems encountered with the call, the farmers of the region once again requested military assistance in 1934, 1943, and 1948, only to be turned down by the government. Instead, the bounty system that has been instigated in 1923 was continued and has proved to be effective. 57,000 bounties were claimed in 6 months. Or the emu reaching the UK. Internet. I don't want to learn about the internet.
Polska. My point being, until one of these territories is commanded entirely by a government, they will go back and forth. Like, because look how small some of these countries are. Serbia. Oh shit. Serbia, Macedonia, Greece, Albania, Croatia. Look, imagine living in Bosnia and having no access to the fucking water, dude.
Yeah, because Croatia's a dick.
But, like, this is my point exactly. Like, Croatia realized we need to have control of ports for trade. And now Bosnia is technically landlocked because it doesn't have access, right?
Mm-hmm.
Blows my mind.
Okay, so the Great Emu War of 1932. There were no human casualties, but however, only 986 of the roughly 20,000 emus were killed, and 9,860 bullets were used.
So we couldn't even take a 20th. That's how many fucking emus there were.
Yeah.
That's a
They
lot
used
of
nearly
emus.
10,000 rounds.
For 1,000.
It took 10 bullets to kill one emu.
That's true.
Australians couldn't do it.
Yeah, it sounds like Australia lost that war, homie.
They did.
I don't know why you're bringing that up. Didn't they have a war with
Because
emus?
it doesn't matter if big versus small. It's just a matter like how good your military is. Small can beat big.
Well, big can be small then too, because
Yeah, but it fucking
special forces. If one soldier is
be.
able to kill 10, that's a big soldier. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
yeah, that's pretty super.
you're right. It's based on that, but like, this is all of Europe.
Quality over quantity.
And look how many fucking countries there are in Europe. Obviously, Russia's the biggest, but most of this, all this from here up, is all snow. It's not livable.
Tell that to the people living there.
Yeah.
There's 44 countries in Europe.
Yeah, that looks like about 44
With
countries.
33,000 population.
And to be clear,
San Marino.
to be clear, one thing I learned that blew my mind. Can I get another beer?
Sure.
When the United States was founded, they had the intent to make every state a sovereign country, which it kind of is, right? With the whole state laws versus federal laws.
In a way.
You basically would need to make every country here a state of the European Union. It would need to be a federal law of this entire area. This entire area would need to be under a federal law to have what it had, to have what America has. And that's not going to work because, like, think of just all the different languages spoke in that area. No wonder everyone goes, I'm from Europe, I speak 5 languages. No wonder you fucking have to. I know a little bit of Spanish, and Canadians speak English. And then some of them speak only French, but we don't talk to them.
No.
We use them for prostitution.
They're on the East Coast.
Yeah. So until that entire area is like claimed by one party, that shit's up for grabs. I'm sorry.
EU has laws like federal stuff.
But they're not.
They help to achieve objectives of the EU treaties and put EU policies into practice.
Yeah, but they're not. The United States government is the U.S. government. Mm-hmm. The EU government is not the same as that because it's a bunch of countries from different presidents and leaders. Yeah. We have one president over 50 countries. They have 50 presidents over an area.
44.
Same.
But different.
I love how we watched that movie once and we quote that part all the time.
It's a meaningful quote.
It is a good quote.
Same.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this beer.
Why are you still drinking it?
Because I want to get drunk.
It's not always good to get drunk, sir.
I know, but there's only 2. Wow, look how small Europe is compared to this plane.
Wow. And they say the world's flat.
Isn't it?
It is. If the world was flat, there'd be a lot more shadows.
Depends on where the sun is.
Why don't you see shadows of planes?
I do.
I never have.
Never?
I don't think so.
I've seen at least 20 shadows of planes going passing over like a freeway or something.
I don't think I've seen them.
This is the Council of Europe.
Suspends Russia's rights of representation. Isn't Russia Asia?
Maybe that was Putin's game plan all along. He's like, I don't want to be associated with you filthy Europeans. I'm Asian. Wouldn't that be crazy? That's like...
Well, doesn't it?
That's like Hitler being like, I don't like you Jews.
It's transcontinental, so it's European and Asian. So you could be...
You mean... Go ahead.
Eurasian.
Eurasian? Oh, yeah. European Asian.
Yeah. You could be born in Russia and be a European Asian. You could be Eurasian.
Can you be Scott Filipino?
I mean, if your parents are one or the other, yeah.
Yeah, see, this is the United States, this is the European Union. That's cool. That's a good picture. But it doesn't have the same thing as, like, this is one government, this is a bunch of different governments, you know?
It's kind of like the same idea. They try. But they also formulated it way too late.
I think we're all trying, you know? Yeah.
It's just a really late thing because everyone's already been established and you can't really fucking change things that late. Because that's not how the world works.
You think, man, but like the fall of like Rome and Greece and everything, like all that.
That was in like 1500s, dude.
Yeah. Our time's
way
just
before that.
Yeah. We all know where the borders are now.
Yeah.
Damn, you're right. Latvia.
And even then, China pushes them. And no one gives a fuck. They're fucking up India.
India's in the middle. India was accusing America of aggression. And I was like, what? That's crazy that you just say it. Because India has nukes.
Has snooks?
Has snooks.
They also had Gandhi, and they should be preaching peace.
Yeah, but they realized it's better to not. There's too many fucking people. Damn, is this population or
I don't know, dude. You clicked on it. It's top.
statutory personal income tax rate?
Wow, that's so meaningful. I don't even know what that fucking means.
It sounds like people who are too young to pay taxes.
No, that's not what that means. Alex just going through Google Images of Europe.
What do you want me to do? I mean, is there something else I could do for you, boss?
No,
Boss?
I'm just telling them what
Boss?
you're doing.
I am kind of just zoning out,
Doesn't it
aren't
look
I?
like a dragon? And or a dinosaur?
It looks an AT-AT.
A what?
AT-AT?
An AT-AT?
It's an AT-AT.
From Star Wars?
They're called AT-ATs.
They're AT-ATs. And there's AT-STs. Those are the ones with 2 legs.
They're called AT-ATs.
No. What's the AT-ST called? I can't even fucking... I can't get the second
AT-ATs.
part out.
Dumbass.
AT-ST.
AT-ATs.
There's 8...
I know they're called AT-ATs.
Okay.
We'll put this to rest.
Are you gonna have Google pronounce it?
Called an AT-AT or an AT-AT. It's pronounced AT-AT.
That tells me nothing.
How do you figure that out? What was the intent? We need to find out what did George Lucas want them to be called?
Okay. An email blast to Lucasfilm's public relations department provided that definitive verdict. The official pronunciation for AT-AT is the phonetic one, as it rhymes with hat.
Throw it on the screen, bitch.
That's fucking stupid.
You lose. Cheers.
That's fucking dumb. It's AT-AT.
It says right there that it's not.
Yeah, and I'm fucking saying it's wrong.
Now pull up the ATSs.
AT-STs?
Whatever. ATSAT. Hat. I love how it says it rhymes with hat. This makes me sad. Look, Josh. Sometimes why?
A Yui.
Ayui. Aoi. Aioi.
This
This is a fucking mess.
a lot of people are saying AT-ST.
I want the official statement. Where did you find the AT-AT statement? I want the same source.
That was someone that sent an email to Lucasfilm's PR department.
I want you to send a fucking email right now then, bro.
Well, it stands for All-Terrain Scout Transport. I can tell you that.
AT-AT.
People are just talking about AT-ATs.
Well,
Or sorry,
you started talking about the other one.
AT-ATs. Because how the fuck do you say tst?
Like that, dipshit.
At. Try saying that.
Spell it for me first. How is it spelled?
AT-ST. AT.
ATSAT.
ATSAT.
ATSAT. You tell me that's not something a Star Wars character would say? ATSAT. That's fucking Star Wars to the max, bro.
Half of their languages are made up.
Yeah, so is everything. You think dollars are real? None of this shit matters. That's why we gotta argue about it like jackasses on the internet.
You got me there.
Nothing matters, Josh.
You got me there. Nothing is real.
Nothing is real. It's all made up. Language, this word didn't exist 5,000 years ago. But you know what I'm meaning by it because we all agreed this means this.
It's still AT-AT.
It's fucking not.
Well, ATST isn't confirmed. So
That doesn't mean AT-AT. Oh, fuck. that doesn't mean AT-AT is what it actually is.
So is it at ST?
It's at ST. At street.
At ST.
Atst. You really couldn't do that?
No.
It's a drum beat. Ats.
I'm not a musician.
You got a brain?
I'm a gamer.
So,
Ah.
Now go, s. Ast.
Asked.
Ats.
Asked.
Ats.
Asked.
You're not even trying.
Asked.
Ats.
Asked. I trip on my tongue.
Ats.
I trip on my tongue.
Ats.
At.
Ats.
At.
Ats.
At. I can't do it.
Ats.
I mean, I can, but I'm not going to.
You can or you won't.
Both.
Little column A, little column B.
This fucking nasal drip is killing me.
It's not a
dude.
good beer.
It's not.
It's a fucking awful.
This nasal drip is killing me. I don't have to blow my nose.
How to clear nasal drip. You suck. Throw it in the speakers. To all you at home who want to know.
It's loud as shit.
It is.
We got post nasal drip. Changes in weather. Yes. It's hot and windy now.
And yesterday it was cold as shit.
Constantly want to kill your throat. Yes.
Yes.
Feel hoarse and give you a sore, scratchy throat. Yes.
Yes.
Antibiotics. I don't need that.
I'm down. Let's get some antidepressants.
I mean, I do have decongestion.
I need the antidepressants too.
Thin your mucus by drinking more water, hot soup, or any other liquid. Might give you some temporary relief and comfort.
Good
Hot,
soup.
steamy shower. Prop up your pillows at night. Nah.
That's what I do.
Doesn't smell bad.
That was dumb. That's
Blood?
like just keep living but do things a little bit different.
Yep.
So, sorry, bro. We can't help you.
It's caused by colds, flu, allergies, also called allergic postnasal drip. There we go. Sinus infections or sinusitis, which is an inflammation of the sinuses, objects stuck in the nose, pregnancy, certain medications, deviated septum, changing weather, cold temperatures, or really dry air.
I probably have allergy personality drip then.
Allergic postnasal drip.
You know how you said I never clear my throat or cough when I sleep? I do it all the time. I have proof.
Okay, yeah, you've been tracking your sleep.
Yeah, it records everything. It records farts too. It's pretty awesome.
I'd be afraid.
Honestly though, can we talk about how I track my sleep? Because
Sure.
it's been super cool. It's been a great journey. I've only done like 3 weeks of it almost.
You basically did the whole month of February.
Basically did the whole month. And I want you to know I've had this app since like here. So it took me like, oh wait. I've had this app since July. I used it one night in July and I didn't do it till 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 months later.
Damn.
6 months later, I decided to be like, you know what? I'm gonna commit to this, and it's actually really helping because it's like helping me focus on like meditating and then tracking my sleep. So I think it's pretty good for my mental health.
Is it leaving your phone on all night?
Yeah, but I'm plugged into a charger.
Isn't that bad? Is your phone like hot when you wake up?
No, is yours?
Sometimes if I leave it on.
What kind of phone do you have?
XR.
Get a new one.
I want to, but I don't have money.
This is only extra 10 extra bucks a month. It's actually like $13 a month, but
Oh, I know the cost,
it's actually kind of worth it.
but Daniel will be mad at me
Why?
because he doesn't like me spending money on things.
Is he paying for your phone bill?
The bill, yeah, but I pay for the phone itself.
Oh,
And that's what he would.
how much is that?
Like $20 a month.
So $30 a month?
Yeah, he doesn't like that.
Okay. I mean, look, man, I'm not gonna sit here and parent you, Daddy. But look, I've gone like 3 weeks,
Okay, yeah.
and I've actually got a few recorded where I like talk in my sleep. I think one of the first ones, you could actually catch me talking in my sleep. But a lot of it's gonna be. Hang on.
This one's loud as fuck.
Clear my throat.
Trying to.
It's like I'm choking. Snoring. I think this is the one I actually talk in. Hang on.
That was like a rollover.
My roommate leaving. My roommate falling down the stairs, I guess. One step at a time, and a closet door. That was the front door closing. Damn, I have me. Hang on, let me just pull it up real quick. Because I have one where I'm talking and one where I'm singing. It's hilarious.
I don't snore, so I have nothing to worry
This
about
one.
if I were to record it. I wouldn't hear anything. What the fuck did you even say?
Hello. Again. Boom. And then I have another one right here where I think this is like I'm talking.
That's what I'm talking about, right? That's pillow talk.
Because I was moaning. One more time for the viewers at home.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
You fucking loser.
that's fucking hilarious.
I don't think I've ever talked in my sleep.
I don't think I've ever heard myself moan before, let alone broadcast it on the internet. But here we are.
But yeah. if you've ever get the opportunity to spend the night with Alec, he sometimes like listening to him sleep is the scariest thing ever.
Why?
Because it sounds like you stop breathing sometimes, like you're
Everyone says that,
literally
actually.
struggling to survive.
I am, apparently. I have an allergenic postnasal drip.
Allergic.
Whatever. I'm fucked up, man.
Yeah, you are.
Something's wrong. Something ain't right. And everyone's wrong, and I'm right.
And going to the dentist is the step in the right direction.
Yeah, well, I still have that thing in my teeth that I still have been feeling. So I'm not perfect. It's hard to find good help. Let's talk about
Here's the thing.
not having insurance.
We'll buy a dental mirror and dental pick on Amazon, and I'll do it for you.
Do it right now.
This has my Amazon. You really want me to dental pick your teeth?
Just this back part.
It's gonna hoit. Because I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't care.
Okay.
$14? What a deal!
This one's 10.
Can I keep? I mean, buy the expensive one.
This one's 5.
Buy the one that you can carry around and look like an actual doctor. You just need the mirror and one of those scrapers. And probably a flashlight. Yeah. LEDs, bro.
Yeah. This one comes with a toothbrush. There's so many fucking options.
Just pick whatever one you like. They're all $14. Great. Nailed it.
It'll be here tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah, one day.
Let's fucking go, dude. Nailed it. Done.
Cool. I get to play dentist.
And I get to play patient.
It's not play patient. You are the patient.
Okay. There's so many things I could talk about. I feel like I could go on forever. Let's talk about the power of silence. My point being is, when I talk to people, you're not even good at it. When I talk to people, I've learned to just like, at least when I talk to like people from corporate or like bosses,
Yeah.
the less you say, the better. Cause like that awkward tension
They keep going.
is good and it makes them talk more. I like that. And, I've recently been like, oh, well, I'll sit here until they say something. Cause usually in those movies, in those TV shows, the boss goes, dismissed. Thanks. That'll be all. Or whatever. Right. So I learned to just stand there and wait
Until you're dismissed.
until they say something. Or like recently what happened is like I had a manager like doing something, looking for something, and I was sitting in the room and they were like, all right, and let's get these guys paid, and then starts doing something else. And I just sit there. I sat there for literally 20 minutes. And they turn to me and go, do you still need something? And I was like, the check for the band. And they were like, oh fuck, I forgot. And I was like, oh, like you're like actually just like crazy. Like having that silence is what first of all, I got away with sitting down for 20 minutes, like staring at somebody being like, what are you doing? And just seeing how they operate. And then being like asked, what do you want? And being like, you told me to wait here for the money.
Yeah, but couldn't you have just said like, hey.
Absolutely. At any point, I could have said something. Absolutely. Chose not to.
Why?
Power of silence.
Is this like a thought experiment you're having, or like
Yeah.
social theory?
Okay, so I'm watching like a lot of TV shows, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of those TV shows, like
What TV shows are you watching?
right
For
now,
context.
I'm watching Peaky Blinders, and I fucking love it.
Okay.
It's an amazing show. Another one for context is like Doom Patrol.
Okay.
And there's a lot of scenes where it's like just a good 30 seconds of like characters not talking after something gets said. I'll be like, Josh, like, well, like, I'll be like, how's school going? And you'll like sit there and you'll think about it and you'll be like, school's good. And that's all you give me, right? That tension in like film or movie or TV can be brought to real life.
Yeah, I've been doing it my whole life.
Yeah, it's incredible. And I love doing it.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, and you're a wizard at it. But it's incredible when you learn like how to do it, because it's like you kind of just sit there and wait. Full stop.
Yeah, man. A lot of people can't take silence. It makes them uncomfortable, so they have to fill the air.
Yeah. And one thing that's also really helped me out with is like pacing of a conversation, right? Let someone talk. And then when they're done, because a lot of people, myself included, talk way too much.
Mm-hmm.
So A, I'm working on that. And B, I'm letting other people talk more and then just having a more concise wording for what I want to say. If you make me say full stop every time, I'm going to punch you in the face.
I'm using the power of silence against you.
Silence is consent, Josh.
No, it's not. Silence is unconsensual. Silence does not give a fuck what the other person wants. That's the beauty of it.
Yeah. Also, like shows like Mr. Robot. If you haven't seen it,
Nope.
it's about like a hacker who's like
Yep.
basically got
Rami
some
Malek.
mental problem. Yeah. People go up to him and they're like, "Hey, man, like I really like your work," and he'll pause for like 10 seconds and be like, "Okay." Like and like that, I love that because it's like really just like that's how you're in control of the conversation. When it's just one person being like,
Okay, and
you talk, I listen. And if you say something that doesn't really require a response, I'm not going to give you a response. Like, you have to say something worth my time and worth my mental capacity for me to say something of value back to you.
a lot of the times it's not even me just thinking that. It's just there's nothing going on up here. It's just fucking empty.
It's just Josh is listening. It is not quiet.
That that is the sound of my silence. Dead ass, 100%.
That went on for entirely too long. You also say you have just like music playing in your head.
Sometimes. I've learned to kind of just have nothing.
Is that like a meditation kind of thing?
Nope. Just kind of said, hey, I can do this now.
Do you like that though? Being able to just be quiet and zone out?
No, I don't. But I also, it's not like I don't like it, but I don't hate it. It's kind of how I think. I'm indifferent to it. It's like one of my abilities.
Your abilities?
Yeah. My time travel abilities.
I feel like I've been time traveling a lot lately.
Yeah.
There's
It's pretty fun.
a thing called COVID fog.
The fuck is that? Sounds made up.
Everything's made up.
Oh yeah, we've talked about that. We've been over this.
It's because people were at home for so long doing nothing that they often have not spells but lapses of time, and they feel like, for me it'll be like, wow, I'm already at work. Like, even though I drove 30 to 45 minutes, it goes by like that.
Yeah. I mean, I've always been doing stuff, so I don't have COVID fog. That's why I guess I can't really understand what it is.
Do you even remember COVID? Like, when I try to conceptualize it, I round up to 2 years because it was more or less 2 years for me.
Yeah. I don't really remember the beginning a whole lot, or like during, but I have the option to not wear a mask at work, which is nice, and I forget what people look like.
Really?
that I've worked with before COVID, and I've seen their faces.
I agree with that.
So, and some of them aren't even going maskless, so fully forgotten what their face looks like. And there's people that started working there during COVID who I've never seen their face. It's weird.
I'm hungry. How long have we been going?
Good for you. Like an hour and 25.
Sweet.
You can really call it whenever. Just know it's going to be last one for a while.
We've yet to see that.
You literally said that like an hour ago.
I know. It does break my heart though, right? Because it's like,
It's the longest thing we've ever done.
yeah, I don't want to stop this. I want you to know
Then quit.
my job.
Yeah.
You gonna support me?
Not financially.
Then fuck you.
Emotionally, yeah. It'll just be silence as you're talking to me.
Yeah. Look, man, who knows where this leads, right? Like, I'll have enough money for my own place, basically.
Wow.
And if you get a job or finish college or need a place to crash or need a roommate, dude, I'm here. You know, like that's the opportunity I've been given. I'm gonna have health insurance and dental insurance. You know, like I'm gonna be a fucking adult. And
It's only right. It's only right. I don't even fucking know where mine is, to be honest. Yours is easy because it's right there. But mine's like fucking somewhere else.
Phantom, we kicking it tonight? I'm gonna go rinse this off. It's covered in dirt, dust, and shit.
I'm not, because dirt makes me stronger. Ew. Why can't I scoot? It's warm. Nothing growing in the tube. Perfect. That's what I like to see. Smells like fucking sawdust. That's what I like to smell. Alex taking a poo. That's what I like to smell. This is the beer can that was all imploding on itself. Touch it.
I just dropped the thing I cleaned.
You sure did.
Picked it up with my toes. Ugh. It's imploding on itself?
Touch it. It was the one that was all like...
Cooey.
Like, no, don't open it.
Why not?
Because it's the bad one.
Oh.
You don't remember? It was only like 2 weeks ago.
COVID time.
We live in a post-COVID world, sir. COVID doesn't exist anymore.
We also live in a post-World War II world. We live in a post-everything fucking world, Josh. Everything's made up. You can't use language like that with me. I'm too smart to fucking understand it.
Now you are. Before you're fucking not.
Fucking post-COVID world, you piece of little fucking shit.
You have to aerate the beer. No side pour.
No, I fully intend to let every beer like this kind of foam up now. Because that means it's going to be easier for me to drink. And it's going to be less harsh on my tum-tum. So we're going to sit here for like 15 minutes while these bubbles go down.
While we're waiting, what have been some of your favorite moments of this show so far? As we reminisce through memory lane, insert an edit, where we flash back through all of our things that I'm not going to do because I don't have time for that.
That you haven't edited in months.
I don't got time for that.
And you know what, man? I get it, right? I understand. Here's the thing. Here's what I love the most. I love that we could do this show. And I said it has to be fun and it has to not matter. And you delivered. I've definitely felt days where it's like, oh, like I don't want to do it. But then I'd get here and have like some of the best times of my life. Again, just kicking it, doing what we do. And thank you for that. Thank you for making this feel like it always was what it was meant to be. What we want. What I don't know if you wanted it to be this. I've always wanted it to be this. You want to wait for the music to come up? Ah! I love it. Thank you for doing 150 of these with me. And like, how crazy is it that all these small moments in our life lead up to something being so perfect, like, and not ending, but like to where the announcement happens on the 150th episode. To the fact that we have 150 episodes. To the fact that we have years of experience doing this and kicking it. To where we have all this shit we could talk about and feel and think and experiences that we've added to our lives because of this podcast, going to Arizona, all the guests we've had, everyone's life that we touched, no matter how short, no matter how brief that moment lasted, that moment happened. To my favorite part of us being on the show, saying the intro at the same time, at the same pacing, uncued. The fact that none of this was scripted, none of this was written, and it's still a great, cheerful, hopeful feeling in the bottom of my heart that this will continue and grow from here on out. And God knows, and God willing, whatever is to come will come, and I will have good friends like you in my corner for the rest of my life. Thank you, and here's to two dudes drinking beer. And I'll never shoot an IPA again.
Never. Can't do it. Well, thank you guys for hanging out with us for 150 episodes.
And more to come.
So far. Thank you for 150 so far. We'll see you sometime in the future. I'm Josh.
I'm Alec. I love y'all. Thanks for hanging out with us.